Yo, 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 what's good, family? Welcome to PNP. It's your boy Rashad, one half of PNP, and I'm here today to talk to you about the top 5 guys on the roster bubble. Okay, these are guys that need to watch their back because their roster spot ain't safe going into OTAs, going into training camp. They got to have a hell of an offseason to make sure they stay on the roster. Okay, and before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, getting these comments. If you're new, hey, please hit the subscribe button, all right? I know it's about 70% of y'all watching that aren't subscribed. Yo, my family, just hit the subscribe button for your boy. Don't cost you nothing. And if you're a returning listener, man, hit the like button, get in the comments, let me know what's good, all right? All right, let's go ahead and get into this top 5, man. In no particular order. No particular order. This is just 5 guys that I'm listing that better have their head on the swivel. Okay, here we go. Coming in number 5, I got Greg Little. Yes, Greg Little, the guy that we drafted and traded up to get in the 2019 draft in the second round. He was under Ron Rivera, Marty Herney and company. And listen, we moved up 10 spots to get him, traded with the Seahawks, and he played in 4 games in his rookie season and started 3 at left tackle, okay? He started 3 at left tackle, but he suffered 2 concussions before being placed on injured reserve due to an ankle injury. So you got concussions, you got ankle. That's all what he dealt with in his rookie season. Then, to start off the season, the next season, he started off on the PUP, the physically unable to perform list, due to a knee injury. So you got knee, ankle, concussion, all right? However, before the season started, he was activated after passing his physicals, and things were looking good. But he only played meaningful snaps in 5 games and started 3 games, okay, before landing on the COVID list. He landed on the COVID list, I think, around week 14, week 15. Then suffered an ankle injury again in week 15 against the Packers that landed him on IR, okay? So listen, this guy has injury issues. He's got concussion issues. And listen, I'm begging for this dude. If he can come out and be serviceable, it would help our left tackle position tremendously. It's a position of need. We need him to be good. But the writing is on the wall. You got guys like Trenton Scott, who can play all across the line. We drafted Brady Christensen, okay? We brought in Cam Irving. The writing is on the wall that if Greg Little can't get it right from injuries, if he can't get it right, just staying on the field and performing, then it's going to be a problem, and he's going to be out of here, okay? He's going to be out of here, and I think the writing is on the wall. He has to have a hell of an offseason to stay, okay? But I don't think it's going to happen. My personal opinion is that I'm hoping for him, bro. I'm hoping for him, but I don't think he's going to make it. I think he's going to end up getting cut just because of all the movement we made. But it'd be great if he worked out, honestly. It'd be really great, but he's got other issues from the concussion standpoint and ankle injuries he needs to get figured out. Coming in at number 4, again, no particular order. Number 4, I've got Ian Thomas. Yes, Ian Thomas, bro, you in trouble, fam. And listen, I thought it was due to his athletic profile. But listen, the man had an amazing RAS score. He had a good RAS score. And his athleticism pops on film. So I'm not sure what the disconnect was last season under Joe Brady. We had the historical low usage in tight ends, in tight end production. Historical low usage in tight end production last year. All-time lows, okay? But this dude, man, listen, it's all there. Listen, the dude was drafted in the 4th round, 2018 draft. Marty Herney, Ron Rivera. Again, in 2020, he was graded the lowest tight end according to PFF. The lowest tight end in PFF. And you guys can take PFF with a grain of salt. It is what it is, but he was the lowest graded tight end. And listen, all-time low tight end usage, not good. Chris Manhertz, in fact, was named as a starter over Ian Thomas. Chris Manhertz was named as a starter over Ian Thomas. That's never good. This man has bricks for hands, and he was named a starter over Ian Thomas. I'm not sure what's going on, but it appears that we're starting to bring in guys. We're starting to bring in guys that Joe Brady likes. Guys like Stephon Sullivan, who knows the system when going back to LSU. Stephon knows how to work with Joe Brady. He knows the system. Guys like Dan Arnold, super athletic tight end, brought him in. Then drafted Tommy Tremble. Listen, the writing is on the wall for Ian Thomas, bro. If he can't get it together, he might be up out of here. And I like Ian Thomas. He showed some good things on film. He's disappeared. He's actually a decent blocker too. I'm not sure what the disconnect is with Ian Thomas. I cannot put my finger on it. And if you in the comments, let me know why Ian Thomas is being overlooked and why we brought in so many tight ends, because I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. If I don't know something, I'm going to ask, and I don't know what the deal is with Ian Thomas. I just got to be straight up with y'all. Coming in at number 3, I've got Christian Miller. Yes, Christian Miller is on this list, okay? And I know a lot of y'all like, oh, I love Christian Miller. He played well, and he blah, blah, blah. Y'all love him. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. When this man, let's go into brief history real quick. Let's go back. Christian Miller was drafted in the 4th round of the 2019 draft. Again, another 2019 draftee. Marty Herney, Ron Rivera. Christian Miller was supposed to be the guy that was going to help us transition from a 4-3 to a 3-4. Remember when David Tepper, quote unquote, made Rivera switch to a 4-3? Y'all remember that? Yeah, Christian Miller was supposed to help with that. He's a hybrid linebacker. He can line up as a 5 tech on the defensive, as a defensive end in a 4-3, and he can play stand-up outside linebacker in a 3-4. So he has that hybrid guy, and I think the versatility will be coveted by Phil Snow and company, but we just haven't seen it, and we haven't seen it due to the opt-out. But prior to the opt-out in 2019, he played 7 games. He played 7 games, had a pair of sacks in the win over the Cardinals in Week 3. But after that, he injured his ankle 2 weeks later against the Jags. He never played more than 25 snaps the rest of the season, okay? And then in 2020, he decided to opt out. Due to a high-risk situation. I don't know his business. That's his business. But he opted out as a high-risk, candidate. And listen, we don't know what it is. And I think the team has moved on. The team has moved on from Christian Miller. And we're not just waiting for this guy. And listen, we're not just waiting for Christian Miller oh, there's a spot for you, bro. Nah. That's not happening. Especially he's a hybrid linebacker type. And we brought in those guys. We brought in Hassan Reddick. Listen, Christian Miller is a rotational guy. We brought in a starter in Hassan Reddick. And even if you look at the two hybrid positions he plays, Denzel Perryman brought in, Frankie Louvu brought in, Austin Larkin, defensive end, Morgan Fox, defensive end. So we have moved on, and I don't know that there is a spot waiting for Christian Miller. Now, I do think he has a better chance to make the roster than some of these other guys that I'm mentioning. I will say that. But he needs to have his head on the swivel. And listen, taking off that 2020 season, what has he been doing? Is he still in shape? Is he still working out? We don't know. So he has to come back ready. And listen, so I get it. He opted out in 2020. But listen, the team has moved on. He has a ways to go. He has to learn the system. I'm not sure if he's had the playbook. I'm not sure where he stands as far as in the minds of Phil Snow, in the minds of Matt Rule. So only time will tell. And again, I'm not ragging on the guy. I'm just saying that he's going to have to work hard to make the roster in 2021. All right. That's all I'm saying. And one quick note on Christian Miller is that because he opted out, this year will be year 2 of his contract. So it'll be year 2 of his contract. That bodes well in his favor. OK, that bodes well in his favor, meaning that he's only in year 2. We have him for another 3-4 years. Another 3 years. And he'll be able to play under that rookie contract. So that's good. That bodes well for him. But again, at the end of the day, if it's dead weight, he could be cut. Coming in at number 2, I've got J.J. Jansen. My guy, J.J. Jansen. Listen, this dude's a former Pro Bowler, former All-Pro, long snapper. And listen, he's 35 years old on a non-guaranteed deal. That's pretty much all I need to say. That's why he needs to have his head on the swivel. And listen, we drafted Thomas Fletcher in the 6th round. And listen, it was for a reason, okay? This roster is in transition. We're trying to get younger. And listen, he's the oldest player on the team. He carries a lot of weight when it comes to the average age of this roster. You take him off this roster, the average age is probably going to drop to like 22, 23, to be honest with y'all. So, and I don't know that. I'm just talking. But at the end of the day, it's going to drop drastically if J.J. Jansen is cut. And I love J.J. Jansen. Listen, the guy was originally picked up by the Green Bay Packers as an undrafted free agent in 2008. And then he was traded to the Panthers for a conditional pick in 2009. And he's been here ever since. And listen, he was acquired by Marty Herney. Okay, again, this is a recurring theme. He was acquired by Marty Herney. And you never want to hear your long snapper's name. You never want to hear your long snapper's name. He makes no mistakes. He's just a guy that's going to be there. He doesn't make mistakes. And he's very steady, okay? But again, we're trying to get younger everywhere. Thomas Fletcher was drafted. He's another guy that played the position very well. So, JJ, you got to have your head on the swivel. And bro, if you're cut, bro, I just want to say we appreciate all you've done for the Panthers. This has been a long ride for your boy. So I'm hoping that he stays. But at the end of the day, the writing is on the wall for JJ. All right. And coming in at number 1, I've got Will Grier. Yes, Will Grier, bro. And listen, one can say that this guy never had a fair shot. Okay, you can say that he's never had a fair shot. But at the end of the day, this was likely a Tepper move. Most people think that this was a Tepper move, drafting him in the 3rd round of 2019 draft. A lot of these 2019 draftees, bro, y'all got to have your head on a swivel, all right? Because it's about time for y'all to get G-checked, all right? So Marty Hurney drafted him under Ron Rivera. And listen, he made his rookie debut in 2019 in Week 16 against the Colts, where he threw for 224 yards, but he also threw 3 interceptions. Week 17, he followed that up with a pick 6 and exited the game due to a foot injury. But at the end of the day, when he's had the opportunities, and one could say he hasn't had many, being a 3rd round pick, you would think he would have a little bit more opportunities than he did, but he didn't, okay? And when he was on the field, he didn't quite take advantage of it, whether it's offensive line, whether he didn't have the weapons, whatever the case may be, he didn't show improve when he had the opportunity, okay? And then, when Ron Rivera and company are fired, Matt Rule comes in. Matt Rule comes in, brings in P.J. Walker. P.J. Walker comes in and listen, they alternated whoever was active during the season, 1 week on, 1 week off. And then P.J. Walker was ultimately named the starter when Teddy Bridgewater goes down with injury against the Lions, okay? So, again, at the end of the day, nepotism is in play. My man Matt Rule brought in his guy. Again, another situation where Matt Rule, he has his guy. They also brought in Tommy Stevens, who is a Joe Brady guy. So at the end of the day, these guys, nepotism is in full effect, and Will Grier is just not one of Matt Rule's guys. And at the end of the day, I think Will Grier needs to have a hell of an offseason. Okay, he needs to play very, very well. And again, the writing is on the wall for Will Grier, bro. If you don't get it right, we're going to move on. And at the end of the day, I think it's probably going to happen. Okay, it's probably going to happen. But at the end of the day, Will Grier, keep your head on the swivel. All right. And listen, that is my top 5 guys. And there are others. There are a few others. But that is my top 5 guys that need to have their head on the swivel. They need to have an amazing offseason so that they make the roster, the 55-man roster. Okay, they need to have their head on a swivel and play very well, have really good offseason, really good OTAs, show improve, all right? Because it's all about the coach bringing in his guys. And to this point, the roster is now 81% full of Matt Rule guys that Matt Rule had a hand in bringing in, whether it was with Marty Hurney or with Scott Fitterer. 81% of the guys are now Matt Rule guys. And I really think, and that's of the total 90-man roster. Of the total 90-man roster, 81% of those guys are now Matt Rule guys. And that's impressive. That's a lot of roster turnover. And at the end of the day, you got guys like Christian McCaffrey, Brian Burns. Those guys, if you're not an elite holdover, bro, the writing is on the wall for you. If you're not elite, and Christian Miller's a good player, but he's not one of Matt Rule's guys. And he's not a game changer. If you're not a Taylor Moton, a Brian Burns, a Christian McCaffrey, if you're not one of them cats, then you need to have your mind right, okay? You need to have your mind right in order to make this roster, all right? So that's all I got, guys, man. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, get in these comments, let me know what you guys think of the list. That being said, I'm out. Peace.